All right, here we are. The U18 finale on this beautiful Mother's Day Sunday. We've got the Tigers in the orange and a big 6-0 record. And the Ghaint Gabrus. As here we are underway, the Tigers in the right. Well, I'm not sure. It says, it must be the, I must have a spelling mistake, so we'll just go with Gabrus. That can fit in there, so apologize to the Ghaint Gabrus team as they move this up the right side. Now it's sent over to the far side. And Gabrus sends it to the front of the net, man in alone! Then it goes up and over top of the net. Kane Kirkland made that save. And oh wow, that one was a great, glorious chance for Ghaint Gabrus early on. Now they have another one. And the goaltender is forced to make another save. Oh, the Tigers under siege in the early going as they battle for it down in the Gabrus corner. Puck has moved up the left boards. There is Sahib Jahal, who had a breakaway chance. And now it's moved up and an opportunity as they bust in. That is Sukhman Dhaliwal that had it taken away. And the Tigers start back in over the blue line. And it's dumped down on the far side in behind the net now. Sent out front. And it's knocked away by Japjot Gill, the goaltender for Ghaint Gabrus. 12:53 still to go. We've played just 13-minute periods here, so we have played just over a minute. Well, now they're adjusting the clock. So we've played a minute and a half. The face-off is to the right of the Gabrus goaltender, Japjot Gill, pardon me. And it's stopped by the Tigers at the blue line. And it's the Tigers again, keeping the puck in, or the ball in at the line. And now Ghaint Gabrus will get that up the left side, stopped by the Tigers. And they still work it to the front of the net. Quick shot from Ash Furland. And the save made by Gill. It's in behind the net. Now Furland with it again. Tries to tuck it from behind the net. Gill made the save. Now Uday Gill moves it up. That's going to go for an icing. And it'll come back down in the other end. In the Ghaint Gabrus end to the right or the left of Gill. Tigers, as mentioned, 5-0 record so far this year. 43 goals, 421 against. Their opponents 3-4, but they have scored 44 goals, so they are the highest scoring team in the league. Now it's brought in by the home side. Tigers battling to get it out. Ghaint Gabrus trying to get it out in front. Sukhman Tager was thwarted. Now it comes back to the blue line. Kept in nicely by Gill. Far side shot was blocked and sent all the way down the floor on Gill. Now it's moved up to Jahal. Jahal carries it through the neutral zone. That was blocked. And Shergill stopping it as it goes off the glass. Now it'll come back down. That goes off the glass and down. The Tigers intercept it, and they bring it in over the blue line. Nate Brassard with a shot that goes just wide. And that is grabbed there on the far side by Ferland. His shot was blocked. Now it's spinning and firing, and down low all by himself was William Purchase, but he couldn't buy a pass there. And it's kept there by Brassard. High, long shot, doesn't get all the way through. Ferland sends it in behind the net for the Tigers. The Tigers controlling it. Comes back to the blue line. There's a shot on net. That was off Carter Davison, but it was blocked, and that gets all the way down in the crease area of the Tigers. And the goaltender, Kane Kirkland, makes the save and holds on for the faceoff. Just under 10 minutes to go in this opening period. And the face-off to the left of the Tiger net. In behind the goal. It is pushed up the left side. And now the Tigers, they're going to be offside as they were in ahead of the play. And the face-off will come back down. Well, they're going to bring that one all the way down. Back into the Tiger zone. It'll be to the left of goaltender Kane Kirkland. And off the face-off, the Tigers control it in behind the net. Brassard up the left side. That's intercepted by Gill. And Gill knocks it down again. Now it's over on the far side. Binder controlling it there along the boards. Binder trying to put it back to the blue line, but that was intercepted, and the Tigers get it out, and they'll go on the attack. Here's Ferland. Backhands it in. In after it is Alex Lupien. And that is taken away calmly by Shergill. Now Shergill moves it up the left side. Tigers intercept. And it's sent back in, but Ghaint Gabrus will control this one and put it off the boards and out. Now there's a shot far side. That could go all the way down for an icing. And it does with 8.5 to go in the opening period. Still looking for our first goal. In the three-team U18 division, the Tigers leading the way, as mentioned, 6-0. Ghaint Gabrus 3-4. And the Wolves bringing up the rear at 1-6. But as mentioned, Ghaint Gabrus, they have won their last game coming off a victory, and they have the leading scorer in the league, and they also lead the league in goals. As it's brought in over the blue line, and it's knocked down. And brought in over the blue line now, sent towards the front of the net. And the Tigers coming close, but Jahal moves it up the left side. Dollywall spins that one back, and running back after it is Mander now. That is taken away by the Tigers, spinning backhand, and it just goes wide. Dollywall for Gabrus. Moves it up. That is taken away. And Ghaint Gabrus starting away. Here's number 22, Uday Gill. Thwarted there. And brought back in by William Purchase. Purchase trying to get around the D. Good defending there. And now it's a chance for the Tigers again, but good battle there along the boards with Ferland and Gill. And now the Tigers bring it in over the blue line. Here's Purchase. Couldn't get it back to Ferland. And Ghaint Gabrus starts away. JHL is the trailer far man, but they're just going to dump that one in and looked like they were maybe going to get a change in. 6:58 to go in this opening period. Still scoreless. The Tigers have been putting on most of the pressure so far in this one, but Ghaint Gabrus has had a couple of good rushes here that has forced Tigers goaltender Kane Kirkland to make a couple of good saves. Now off the face-off, big shot blocked. And you gotta love the dedication of blocking shots. That is a ball that stings. Like, that should be the tagline for every ball that is sold. It stings. I mean, I just started playing this year and I got bruises already. I remember street hockey with this ball. And then in street hockey, remember, it's 30 below in Manitoba, so the ball is frozen. And I cannot believe there are players out here without shin pads. Like, I'm almost full equipment when I play ball hockey. That's how much of a wimp I am. These guys don't even have shin pads on. Not even socks. That's impressive. Icing against the Tigers, so maybe a bit of a feeling out process here after the game started pretty quick, and now getting down to a little bit of a slower pace. 6.5 to go in this opening 13-minute period. We play 3 13-minute stop time periods. And off the face-off, the Tigers, they get control of that one. And it's sent around the boards. Oh, Ghaint Gabrus with a glorious chance in front. But Sukman Tagar just couldn't get all of it. Now it's another opportunity. They couldn't hit the man in front of the net waiting for it. And the Tigers, Ferland, brings it in over the blue line. Ferland has a man heading to the net. Ferland cuts to the net and just fires it wide on the short side. Now it's the Tigers who keep it in, trying to work it back again, and they take over again. Ball is down loose. Looking for Lupien. Now up front for Ferland, and it just rolls through the crease. And the whistle goes. The Tigers trying to pounce on that one as the ball was just rolling through the crease at the side of the net. And a good job there by Gill to pounce over on the left side and smother it. 5:45 to go in the opener. Face off, won by the Tigers. But it's a chance now. The other way. Here's JHL in alone. JHL stopped point blank by Kirkland, and he gets the rebound as well. What a job by the goaltender there. Not one, but two great stops. Wow, point blank. Not only did he make that save, but then he had the wherewithal to get to the rebound and make that stop as well. Great chance there for Sahib JHL. All alone on the breakaway, and the Tigers almost steal that one. That was Joel Hinton that was in. That's going to be an icing against Ghaint Gabrus, and the face-off will come back down into the Gabrus zone as the Tigers, after giving up that glorious breakaway chance, we'll try to go back on the offensive here. William Purchase to take this face-off for the Tigers. It's won cleanly by Shergill. That's intercepted on the clearing pass, but Ghaint Gabrus starts away up the left side. Bearing down inside the net. This is Binder who is controlling it in behind the play. In behind the net, pardon me. That's taken away from the Tigers, and a penalty is coming up to Ghaint Gabrus as soon as they touch it. No doubt about it. The Tiger player was shoved into the net, and it'll be a roughing call. And this will give the Tigers a massive opportunity here with the game's first power play. So Binder in the box for roughing. The Tigers on a power play. And it's Gabrus who wins it. They're going to try and get it down. Oh, they throw it out in front of the net. Now Jason Dollywall. Good job there to rip it. And the Tigers bring it in. Quick shot. Up high, blocker save off the stick of Joel Hinton. And the Tigers able to keep that one in. Now rushing down low is Carter Davidson. There's a shot from the point just wide. Davidson corrals it with 90 seconds to go in this power play. They work it back out to Hilton. Hilton surveying. Now he's going to walk and just fire that one through. Went off the backboards. Comes right back out. There's a shot. And a good save by Gill. Tigers work it down low. Here's Furlan. Furlan in behind the net. Davison was there, but Ghaint Gabrus gets there first, and they fire it around. Kept in at the right wall. Nice job by William Purchase. Gets it back to Hilton. Again walks in and fires the shot. Now Hilton to Purchase. It gets loose, and maybe a chance for shorthanded Ghaint Gabrus breakaway. And a good play there. Jason Dollywall was angled off. Now it's a chance back at the high slot. The rebound. They score! Dollywall puts it in at the side of the net. And it's a shorthanded goal. They got Ghaint Gabrus on the board. Shorty, 39 seconds to go, and it was a rebound play as well. And now off the face-off. It is Hilton that brings it in. That's taken away. The Tigers wanted a high sticking call there. They didn't get it. And Nate Broussard had it stolen. Oh, they are going to get the high sticking call. Pardon me. So there was contact with the helmet over on the far side. I didn't think they were going to call it. So it's 4 minutes against Joban Brar for high sticking. So this is massive for the Tigers here. A 2-player advantage for 18 seconds and then a 4-minute power play. And the Tigers able to knock this one down and keep it in. There's a shot. Rebound is in front. And they couldn't knock it down. 9 seconds to go on the first penalty. They work it back to the blue line, but it hops under the stick of Karsten Keene. And he just has to do a good job to keep it available. And now out of the box is Binder. And Binder almost had a breakaway. Here's Hilton. Sends it down into the zone. Gabrus gets it, and they will try and run this one out. Binder makes the move at the red line. Now he still has it, dangerously back towards his own blue line. And they get it out, and now it's another shorthanded chance. Almost had one man to beat as Navse Bajwa had the opportunity there. 2:24 to go in this period. Just under 3 minutes left in this power play for the Tigers, but Ghaint Gabrus has been excellent on the PK and have even scored a shorthanded goal here today. Tigers taking their time, starting the power play breakout up the left side, and that's fired in behind the net. And that's going to be a free ball, though, as Gabrus gets it, and they try to move it out. Here's Binder. He just rips that one down the floor. 2:26 to go in the penalty. $1:45 in the period. Tigers slowly bring it out. Long shot tipped in by William Purchase. And Gabrus gets to it. Over on the far side, and they're going to fire it down again. 1:25 to go in the opening period. Tigers still with a power play for 1:55. This will bleed into the second period. And that's taken away, and now the Tigers, who have not really got anything going on this power play, have an opportunity. There's a man with no number. the unknown forward. And it looks like there was a number on there at some point, and it has fallen off. Brought back by the Tigers. Nate Broussard stopping. Bothered there, and Gabrus gets it up. And here's the unknown man. No number. Firing. Big save there by Kirkland. That's taken away. And Alex Lupien brings it in over the blue line. Lupien has that one taken away. And knocked down before they could get it in. 17 seconds to go. There's a shot on net. And the save made by Gill. Lupien catches up to it. Gets it back to Broussard. Broussard back to Lupien. There's a penalty coming up on the play. And I think, again, the Tigers are going to be on the power play. So, still 39 seconds on the Brar penalty. And now, Kyra's in there. Arman Kyra. 2.8 to go in this period. Another two-man advantage. There's a quick shot off the face of, and the rebound just put wide at the end of the buzzer. Oh, wow, almost a buzzer beater. But it is 1-0. Ghaint Gabrus after one. We're back with the second period in just a second. Just about to start the second period here, and what an opportunity for the Tigers. Two-man advantage to start this one. They'll have it for 37 seconds. They trail by a goal thanks to a shorthanded goal from Jason Dollywall midway through the first. So we get set to start in the middle stanza. And as both goaltenders get out there. And off the face-off, the Tigers try to get control of it. And they will bring it in over the blue line. Fire it down into the corner. Comes back to the point man now. Walking in is Nate Broussard. Surveying in, Dumps it off to the side of the net. They go off the side of the net, and that one was just wide. Tigers keep it in. Walking, firing, and the rebound. What a save by Gill as he gets across to stuff the right side on a power play. That was a great save by Gill with 1 second remaining on the first power play, or first penalty. Brar will be out. And here's a quick shot, just redirected wide. And that was off Karsten Keen's stick, but not towards the net. Still 1:10 to go on this Tigers power play, but Ghaint Gabrus, oh, they can't get it out. A turnover. And now the Tigers just cannot hold on to it. And it's sent down the ice with less than a minute to go in the penalty. Strong forecheck pressuring the Tigers in their own zone, but Nate Brassard got it out and they go in after it. William Purchase tries to get it back, goes off the boards. It'll be kept in at the blue line and fired in on goal. Gill gloves that one down, makes the save with 28 seconds remaining in this power play. We played 1.5 minutes in this second period. Still 1-0 on a Jason Dollywall shorthanded goal in the first period. And the Tigers can't win the face-off, and that gets almost down the ice, kept in nicely at the blue line by Hilton. Now that one was intercepted. What kept on it was Keene, and the shot gets to Gill, and he makes the save and holds on for the faceoff with 9 seconds to go. 11-11 remaining in this second period. Make a wish. We're going to bring this one down because it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty going against Ash Furland of the Tigers. So it's the Tigers 4-on-4 for a few seconds, and then the Ghaint Gabrus club will be on the power play. Now they are as Kyra comes out of the box. The Tigers shorthanded now. They're just going to play it back and take time off the clock by dumping it down the ice, or down the floor, pardon me. Now here's Dinsa firing that one high over top of the net. Uday Gill pinching down to keep it alive. And he comes back, and that one was blocked, and it went all the way back over the red line, and so that means Ghaint Gabrus has to clear it out. Now they get it back in. 1:10 remaining on the penalty, and that's fired down the length of the floor, and going to get there first is Alex Lupien. Lupien trying to tie it up, take time off the clock. Less than a minute to go in this penalty. Now Lupien going back and forth. Oh, what a job penalty killing by Lupien as he's just ragging it back and forth, trying to tie it up. Finally, it comes loose, and the power play team can start away. And the penalty killers, though, thwart them once again and fire it down the length of the floor. Less than 10 minutes to go in this second period. 30 seconds remaining in the Ghaint Gabrus power play. That's sent out in front. And knocked down, and an opportunity for Purchase. William Purchase tries to cut back, and he hurt himself on that cutback. It looks like it's a bad groin injury. And Purchase is able to get up and limp this one off. So it looks like he's going to be okay, and that's good news. Is sometimes you slip on that floor and it's pretty easy to pull a groin. It looks like he's okay. He's going to stay out there. The face-off is down in the Ghaint Gabrus zone. I would have thought it might come outside because it was the Tigers penalty, but it stays inside. There's a shot through. Doesn't get all the way through. Penalty is just about over for the Tigers. They are back to full strength. And the Tigers now, after killing off a penalty, bring it back in. Nate Broussard hustling down there. He went down. And good thing he gets back up quickly. There's Broussard now battling along the boards, trying to get the puck loose. Now it comes out in front, and nobody home to be able to put it away from the Tigers. And we're going to get a penalty in behind the play. It's a slashing call, and it's going against the Tigers. So it's a 4-minute penalty. And Ghaint Gabrus looking to add to their lead here with the man advantage. Now here's a face-off, and Ghaint Gabrus wins it. Good job by Binder. Now he works it back to JHL. JHL sends it down low for Dollywall. This shot goes high and up into the netting. I always thought you should just let it play off the netting in ball hockey. If there's netting all the way around pretty much, just let it play off the netting and let it be a live ball. I think that's kind of cool when they do that. Different sports can make those amendments, but I guess if not every arena has the full netting, then it doesn't really work. Now it's an opportunity for Binder. Binder fires that one. It was deflected, and the Tigers get to it first and down the ice. 3.5 to go, 8 minutes remaining in the period, and Gill flipping that one up. Now it's brought up the ice by Ghaint Gabrus, stops it. And there's a long shot in, backhanded out and down the ice by the Tigers. 3 minutes to go in the penalty, 7.5 to go in the period. That's moved up to Sukum Dollywall. Far across for Brar. And it's sent out, and an opportunity potentially. Oh, Broussard couldn't catch up to that one, or Hilton, pardon me, couldn't catch up to that one as he came off the bench. Ghaint Gabrus trying to move it up. Hilton takes over for the Tigers, dumps it back, and then it's just flipped off the wall and down the ice. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Gabrus trying to get in over the blue line, offside, so they touch it up, and that'll come back out into the neutral zone as they took too much time trying to get in over the blue line there, and they have just 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining on this power play. Hilton to take the draw for the Tigers. And he was up against Uday Gill. Gill gets it for Ghaint Gabrus, and they have to regroup now. They'll get it in over the blue line. And that gets down the floor. A race for it. The Tigers get there first. They try the wraparound, and they score! Ash Furlan outraces the man to the ball and then wraps it around. Second shorty of the game. Both goals have been shorthanded. And it just goes to show you that Furlan just won the race and then wrapped it in before Gill could get across to the post. These teams might start declining power plays with the two shorties that have been scored. Neither power play has really had anything going, either. I dare to say the better chances have been from the team shorthanded, the few that have come out. Two of them being goals. Now here's Dollywall trying to work his way to the front of the net, and the Tigers do a good job defending. Ball gets all the way out. Now it's over the red line, and it's Hilton firing it towards the net. It was blocked and brought back out. Now Hilton brings it back in, makes a move, trying to get to the front of the net. Thwarted there, and the ball rolls to the goaltender, who will just let it go. And with 50 seconds remaining on the power play, we'll see if Ghaint Gabrus can get it going. Furlan almost had an opportunity after he scored shorthanded. 40 seconds to go in the penalty, 5:10 in the period. 1-1. Pair of shorthanded goals. Furlan and Dollywall. Now the ball is down in behind the net with 15 seconds to go on the penalty. And it's so much slower to get the ball up the ice unless you have the massively quick passing, and we've seen some of the teams go to that. Now here's Brar. Floats that one high over top of the net. Penalty is over. Teams are even. And Ghaint Gabrus going on the attack here. After they had the power play, they have control now. Brar in front and behind the net, trying to get it out in front. The puck is loose. And it's taken over by Binder. Binder goes back to the blue line, but nobody home there. They do keep it in, though. And that's the important thing. But now it does get down into the Ghaint Gabrus zone. Under pressure there was Abjot Gill. Now racing over to get it is Gill. Almost rolls off his stick. He had to be careful there, and the Tigers intercept it. Furlan out in front. Rolling puck is finally cleared away, but it's taken over by Purchase. Purchase backhands it to the blue line. That's taken over by Hilton. Hilton surveying, goes D to D. And there's a long shot. Doesn't get all the way through. And it's dumped down off the boards. And taken away by the Tigers in their own zone. They got to be careful, and a nice move there by Karsten Keene. Gets it up the right side. In over the blue line, onside. Ghaint Gabrus gets there first, and they will look to fire this one out with just over 3 minutes to go in the second period. No icing. Hilton has all kinds of time. As Gabrus is lined up across the blue line, now they'll send in a forechecker. And the long pass gets past everybody. Gabrus picks it up, and they bring it in over the red line. Can't get to the blue line as they are stopped. And this tight 1-1 game continues. Here comes Jason Dollywall, the goal scorer. Spins, and that's intercepted by Hilton. Hilton, nice feed, cross ice, and it's brought in by Brassard. That's in behind the net now. Sent up through the middle, and Tager couldn't split the D. Now here's Dollywall. Gets it down in tight, had Tager with them, but rolled in behind them. 2 and change to go. Tigers over the blue line. They drop it off. Now they send it far side. Good pass there to an open man. Furlan off the backboards. The rebound is there. And Gill makes another good save. Now it's again a chance from out behind the net. As Alex Lupien had all kinds of chances for the Tigers. With a minute and 52 remaining in this second period. A 1-1 game. Is it going to stay this way? We've had 3 close games to start, and then they kind of blew up a little bit. We'll see if this one stays close right through to the end. So far, it's been awesome. And off the face-off now. Ghaint Gabrus sends it up the left side. And now here they come. In over the blue line. Tager sends it out in front. Oh, and the puck is rolling there. Now they corral it, fire it towards the net, but it was just wide off the stick of Dollywall. Far side intercepted, backhand on net, and diving out to make the save, and it goes wide. Kirkland doing everything. There's the rebound. They score! And the dive into the bench to boot. That was awesome. Oh, man. That was beautiful. Dived into the pile and goes right into the bench. And it's a 2-1 lead now for Ghaint Gabrus. That was awesome. So a minute and 19 to go. I'm going to find out at the end of this period who that was, because he jumped into the bench and disappeared. So Ghaint Gabrus up by a goal now. That was awesome. The dive into the bench, and he just disappeared, fell right in there. What a celebration. Just over a minute to go. We'll see if the Tigers can respond here in this final 60 seconds. They move it up the right side to Lupien. He had a couple of good chances last shift. Lupien sends it far side, bounces off a leg, and Sahib Jahal had a breakaway earlier that couldn't convert on. And now it's the Tigers who try to bring this one in. They can't, and it gets sent back to Brassard. Brassard now backhands it up the left side, and it's an opportunity now for Lupien. Lupien far side, there's a shot, and Gill makes the save off the stick of Carter Davison. Great opportunity. And now it's an opportunity for Dollywall. All alone, Dollywall scores! Beautiful goal from Sukham Dollywall. It is 3-1 on a gorgeous snipe on the breakaway. That was a beautiful shot, beautiful placement. Everything about that was good. The patience, the waiting, let the goalie back in. Gotta be hard to play goal in this sport too, because in hockey, you just use your skates and creep back in the same pace as the forward, but you can't really come out and challenge too much in this. Here are the Tigers now, busting in, looking for a goal, and it's swatted away by Gill. At the buzzer, Gill swats it away, 3-1. After 2, we're back in a moment. 3-1. By the way, we can tell you that it was Arjan Dhaliwal who scored that second goal and did the beautiful dive into the bench. So Dhaliwal has all 3 goals. Arjan, Jason, and Sukman. Big day for the Dhaliwals. There's 3 Dhaliwals and 3 Gills on this team as well. And they are doing some damage here today. See with the Tigers, who are 5-0 this season. In this third period, trailing by a pair of goals against the highest scoring team in the league, Ghaint Gabrus. Now it is stopped at the red line, and they're able to keep this one in. Now they'll go in on the attack. Onside, Binder protecting the puck. Now Binder drops it off. They try to throw it out in front, but the Tigers were there to send it down the ice. Now racing back for it in his own end was Nassaz Bajwa, and they try to move that around as the Tigers put it on the pressure. Furlan forces the turnover. It's going to be a penalty against Ghaint Gabrus, and probably a lot more as we got a Donnybrook going in there. A man gets thrown to the ice, and everybody is throwing it out there. Ash Furlan, William Purchase are throwing punches, and in there is Jason Dhaliwal up against the board. Dhaliwal with a right hook, just misses. And they got 2 guys tied up behind the net as well. Hilton has his man pinned up against the boards, and oh wow, that started out with Ghaint Gabrus getting 1 penalty, and it's going to turn into a whole bunch more here. So Binder is the first guy being sent off, and I'm not sure if guys are getting kicked out. So the referees are going to get together and have a conversation here and try to sort out the original penalty was coming, or the original power play was going to the Tigers. I believe that was the Binder roughing penalty, and then I think he got into it with the Tiger player. Obviously, we can't hear what may or may not have been said, and he reacted to that. And then the Donnybrook started. So now they're getting together to discuss exactly what's going to transpire here. And yeah, I think the Tigers are still probably going to come out with a power play, as everything else kind of, I would think, would be evened out. But we'll see how the referees saw this one after all the chaos. One referee was in behind the net trying to break up the fight. The other referee had about 4 groups over there going at it. So good job on them to be able to get this job done. You know it's serious when the timekeeper is out writing it down, talking to the referees. And so maybe a lot to sort out from this one. Of course, we just want to take this time to wish all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day. Make sure you spoil her, tell her you love her many times, and indeed have her enjoy the day. as the team representatives get ready. Like, I honestly think this could be one power play for the Tigers and a couple of coincidentals after that. And I don't know if anybody's getting kicked out, but you would think if one guy is getting kicked out, two would. There's just the 2-minute penalty to Binder. Somebody just left the bench. I think that might have been Binder, who had the original penalty and then reached out and started the fracas after the whistle. So I think Binder has been tossed. So I'm pretty sure this is going to turn out to just being a 2-minute power play for the Tigers. And then everything else is evened out. That's exactly what it looks like out on the board right now. So it should be a Tigers 2-minute power play. After all of that, that's it. All of that, you get one power play, and that's the way to go. Even it all from there. And we'll see what happens now. Tigers with the man advantage. Down by a pair. And it's a set face-off play for Ghaint Gabrus, winning it straight back, but they don't get it down. Now they intercept it. And here they go. Tager drops that back, but that's intercepted by the Tigers. And they try to work it up now. That's intercepted. Tigers break in onside. Fire it off the goal post. That one went off the post and came straight through the crease. And the Tigers still with it out in the slot. Cleared away. And Gill makes a huge save, shorthanded. 31 seconds gone on the power play. Goal post and Gill is why this one is not a one-goal game right now. Tigers take the draw. And off the face-off, Ghaint Gabrus gets it out, but not to the red line. Now the second time they will get a chance, and they again can't get it out. And that is kept in. Fired around the left side. And they just barely keep it in at that red line. Now they work it down low. Alex Lupien gets back for it. Now they send it back to Brassard. Brassard walks to the middle, fires it through. It was high and into the netting. 54 seconds remaining in the Tigers' power play. 10:42 to go in this third period. It's 3-1. Ghaint Gabrus trying to hand the Tigers their first loss, and in the process, pull even at 500. They are 3-4 through the first 7 games of the season, and maybe a shorthanded chance now. Let's see. They rush up the right side. Man heading to the front of the net all alone. Can they get it to him? No, they can't. As Gill was waiting there for it, but they couldn't get it. Now Gill, though, takes over the puck, sends it in towards the goal, and the Tigers now bring this one in over the blue line. No, they are stopped, and Ghaint Gabrus throws it down the ice. 54 seconds remaining on the power play. 10:40 to go in this third period. Now it comes up over the blue line. Keane fires it on net. Gill makes the save. The rebound was there, and it's just pushed wide. Keane keeps it in along the boards. To the front of the net. That's taken away, and all the way down the ice with just 30 seconds remaining on this power play. Long feed up the left side. Tigers try to get it in, and they do, but now they're able to keep it in and rush down inside the zone. Hilton backhand towards the net. It's in behind the net. Purchase coming down to forecheck, but Couldn't stop that one, and now it's a possibility for Tager. Oh, and he gets in behind the D. Tager in all alone. Big, huge save. Kane Kirkland on the breakaway chance. Massive save. And if the Tigers come back in this one, remember that. That could have put it away. The power plays are over now, so we're back to 5-on-5. 9 minutes, 46 seconds remaining. Ghaint Gabrus up 3-1. That is sent around the boards. And down the floor, the Tigers get there first. Trying to throw it out is Lupien into the slot area, and it bounces around off the stick of Hilton and in behind the net. Lupien trying to pin his man up against the boards. As the puck is cleaned up against the boards now. And the Tigers will get to it first. They send it back to the red line. Now it's fired. Long shot through. Rebound. And they can't control it. Now the Tigers do get it. There's a quick shot on net from Hilton that was just wide of the goal. Tigers still with possession. Purchase. Down low. Lupien spinning, trying to put it out in front. Brassard will knock that one down. And Ghaint Gabrus gets it down the ice with less than 9 minutes to go. And that'll be an icing. 3-1. They lead on goals from Dollywall, and Dollywall. It could be a law firm. The law firm of Dollywall, and Dollywall have the goals for the winning side right now, leading 3-1. Ash Ferland has replied shorthanded for the Tigers. So here we're ready to go now. Less than 9 minutes to play in the third period. Here's Dollywall. He brings it up. That is dropped down. And sent out into the neutral zone. That is taken away. And now Ghaint Gabrus sends it down the ice. There's a shot that doesn't get all the way towards the net. And they're spinning, firing. Oh, and it just goes off the post from Lupien's shot. As it looked like they were going to have an opportunity. Now Tager in all alone. Well, that'll be an icing against Ghaint Gabrus. And that'll come back down in their zone. Exactly 8 minutes remaining in this contest. Oh, and that one almost went on net off the face-off, and Ghaint Gabrus is going to try to run this down and break up the icing. Oh, no, they can't. That's got to be hard. You run all the way down there to beat it out, and you got to come back. Well, they could change, though. Oh, I don't. Yeah, they are going to get a change. Up 3-1, less than 8 minutes to go here. We'll see if the Tigers can press or if Ghaint Gabrus can hold on. Now the Tigers win the face-off. That's flipped over for Keene. He's got to be careful because Dollywall's right there, and Dollywall steals and almost was sent in. Now he still might be sent in, but that's fired down the ice. It'll be another icing. And I can see the strategy being played out here with 7.5 to go in this third period. Ball will be dropped to the right of Gill. And the Tigers win it back. That shot goes through and in behind the net. And Ghaint Gabrus again sends it down the left side. This is going to be another icing. Death by 1,000 icings here today in the late going as Ghaint Gabrus is trying to protect this lead. They have built up since the start of the second period. And surviving a late power play that could have been a lot more. The rest did a good job of calling the original penalty and then just evening everything else out. There's a shot or face-off one. And Gabrus will put it off the boards. And Dollywall almost had an opportunity. Now he'll chase this one down. It's not an icing, so the Tigers are going to have to regroup now. And they can't fire that one up. Blocked by Dollywall, but that was intercepted. And now maybe a breakaway pass. In for Davison, but a good defensive play. Breaks that up. Less than 7 minutes to go. Here's Broussard in over the net, or the blue line, pardon me. Sends it to the high slot. Purchase trying to track it down. Goes in behind the net. Mander coming in to try and dig it out. And pinned up against the boards. It does come out into the slot area. The Tigers trying to keep it in. Hops up high into the air. Comes down, bouncing, and Ghaint Gabrus comes up with it, and they send it down the floor. Racing after it is Jobin Brar, pardon me. He got there, and he did a good job, and there's going to be a penalty coming up against Ghaint Gabrus. High sticking call, and I thought they were actually calling the interference in the corner on the Tigers, but it went the other way, and so the Tigers now, with less than 6 minutes to play, have a massive power play opportunity. So Orange has taken a timeout. The Tigers have taken their timeout. So it's a 4-minute penalty for high sticking, and gives us an opportunity to recap the scoring. It's quick. Dollywall, and Dollywall. Jason, Arjan, and Sukman Dollywall are the goal scorers for Ghaint Gabrus, and that goal by Arjan Dollywall and the celebration was just mint. Ash Furlan has replied shorthanded. Jason Dollywall's goal was shorthanded as well. And so that's where we are here with less than 6 minutes to play. 4 of those minutes will be a power play for the Tigers. So here we go. We'll see if it's going to be Hilton that steps in for this face-off for the Tigers. And Hilton wins it back. The Tigers can't get control of it. It's a loose puck. Now it's in the slot. The shot was blocked, and Ghaint Gabrus gets it out and down. Racing back for it is Carter Davison. Quick up to Broussard. Broussard stops just over the red line, trying to get it far side as they can get it in, and they do. Lupien to the middle, poked away, and it's now brought out by Sahib Jahal. That one taken away, and the Tigers trying to go on the offensive. Lupien brings it in. Lupien had it taken off his stick. And just over 5 minutes to go. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on this 4-minute penalty. Brassard. Down low, pinned up against the boards as they battle for it now. Now he comes up with it. Trying to get it back to the blue line. Being hounded there, drops it down low. Tigers out in front, great stick by Gill to prevent that pass from getting through. There's a hot shot from Davison, just goes wide. Tigers pick it up in behind the net. Bodied off the ball, but it comes to a Tiger player, and they still have it. Brassard looking back to the blue line now. 2.5 to go in the power play. Here's Brassard, gets it back. Trying to go back to Davison. It was underneath his stick. He kept it alive. 2:20 to go in the power play. 4:15 in the game. And Jahal slaps at it and gets it down the floor. Great penalty killing from number 6, Sahib Jahal. He's been rock solid all day long. Now it's far side, brought in by Purchase. Purchase bodied off there by the man wearing number 88. That's Dinsa. Good job by Dinsa. Now he steals and almost gets an opportunity. Excellent running shift from Dinsa. Now Dinsa intercepts and fires it down the ice. That one hopped up. Oh, wow, that one was a strange bounce for sure. 1:35 in the penalty, 3:30 in the period. Tigers fighting against time as well as their opponent. And time is the bigger enemy now. And there's another one just slapped in. As they just want to keep the ball down in the orange end right now. The Tigers over the blue line. And that is dumped back down with 1:05 on the power play. Less than 3 minutes to go in the third period. Now it's an opportunity for Ghaint Gabrus, and they just fire it wide. Great shot, just wide of the goal. And again, it was Tager. Sukman Tager has been excellent this whole game. And Ghaint Gabrus wanting a call there, but nothing happening. That's fired out the far side. And is that going to be an icing? Yes, it is. 29 seconds remaining on the power play. 2 minutes, 26 seconds to go in the third period. We'll have the For Vengeance Media 3 stars coming up after the game, and we'll do our post-game show complete with an interview from a member of the winning team. 2 minutes and 26 seconds away from that right now. Tigers win the draw. I don't know how much there is of goalie pulling in ball hockey. That's going to be an icing against the Tigers. And that'll bring back down. They're going for that long stretch pass. Timeout, Ghaint Gabrus, so we'll be able to regroup here, catch their breath. They just have to protect, play safe, and ride out the final 2 minutes and 16 seconds of this game. Tigers, on the other hand, are going to have to get massively aggressive, as they were already trying to do with the long passes that led to the icings. It is going to be a monumental task for them to tie it, especially the way Ghaint Gabrus has been playing defensively. They are not giving up an inch in the offensive zone. You're getting instructions from the coaching staff right now about how to be smart here. Watch each other, communicate, get the job done. So 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. 19 seconds of it the Tigers are on a power play. Off the face-off, they win it. That's step one. Now they got to get it down quickly, and we'll see if the goaltender starts making his way towards the bench for the extra attacker. Well, not there. They got to get it in much deeper than that. 8 seconds on the power play. Here's Ferland. Carries it down inside the zone. There the goaltender is starting to make his way out of the crease, but the Tigers don't have control, and he's got it back in. Now it's a breakaway. Dollywall breakaway. Big save. Where is it? Underneath him. And Kirkland holds the fort, giving his team a chance with 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining. A breakaway from the blue line for Sukman Dollywall, looking for his second of the game. Off the face-off, Tigers get it again. They got to get it down and get the goalie out if they're going to. They don't really have much of a chance now. Time is the enemy with 90 seconds to go. And the goaltender started his way out, but again, the Tigers can't get it deep. And here's Sukman again down the right side. Fires it high and wide, looking for his second of the game. 1 minute and 20 to go. It's down low, JHL. He has been excellent today. And he's taken a beating, but he's doing a great job of keeping it down low. 1 minute 5 to go. And that is Uday Gill trying to prevent the Tigers from getting in for a scoring opportunity. Tigers wanted a penalty there. They're not going to get it, but they do have the puck down low. Goalie is out, and so what we can do is see if the Tigers can get at least one goal and get closer. 39 seconds, 6 on 5. Ball up the left side. Now it's towards the front of the net. Ferland with a shot. Gill makes the save, reaching for it. He's got it underneath. Oh, what a job by the goaltender with 30.6 seconds to go, holding the fort and finding that orange ball in the crowd. Empty net. 30.6 remaining. 6 on 5. Carter Davison to take this draw for the Tigers. Now they got enough, and centerman kicked out. Tigers win the face-off. And they got to get it in deep. Now it's Ghaint Gabrus who's just going to fire it to the empty net, and it misses, but the icing will bring it back down with 21.4. Never say never when you're down 2. Just ask the Winnipeg Jets. They're still playing because an unbelievable comeback. And it was a man in Winnipeg that scored the fastest 3 goals in NHL history, Billy Mosienko, 3 goals in 21 seconds. The Tigers have 21 seconds. Are we going to get a Billy moment here? Well, Ghaint Gabrus defies that, sending it down the ice. That was knocked down with a gloved pass, and with 16.1 seconds to go, the face-off will be outside, and that should all but do it, as the Tigers are going to have a real tough time winning the draw here and scoring twice. Off the face-off, Tigers win it, and they just fire it left side. That's knocked down, and a high stick as we are just inching our way to the end of this game. 10.3 seconds to go, and Ghaint Gabrus can celebrate their 4th victory, pulling .500 and handing the Tigers their first loss this season. So a lot accomplished here on this Mother's Day Sunday. .3 to go. Face off. Fired off the boards, and you can start the celebration as Ghaint Gabrus full marks for a 3-1 victory, handing the Tigers their first loss and their .500 on the season. Very exceptional play. Great defensively. I mean, they really did a good job protecting that lead. And in the end, that is why they pick up their 4th win on the season. Let's check out the 4 Vengeance Media 3 stars of the game as chosen by the broadcast crew. Arjan Dhaliwal, the 1st star. Tigers' Ash Furland is the number 2 star. And Jason Dhaliwal is the number 3 star from the winning squad. All right, we will be back with our post-game interview in just a few moments' time. All right, we're joined by the game's 1st star, Arjan Dhaliwal, solely because of your celebration.
Oh, thank you so much.
Like, you are just running to the bench. Did everybody back away? Because I saw you disappear.
Oh, yeah. It was a crazy moment. We actually planned it before that whoever got the goal to lead these guys are going to jump in the bench because it was a tough game last time that we lost, and we were determined to win this one.
Well, and you guys played so good defensively in front of your goaltender as well.
Yeah.
Like, they pushed, and they were undefeated. So what did this one mean for your team's confidence today?
This game meant everything to the team's confidence. It meant everything to us going forward. All the boys are fucking amazing. I love these guys so much. Love you guys, Aleo! And just winning this one just tells us that going forward, we can do whatever we want. Nothing can stop us now.
There's a bar of soap in the dressing room. You can wash your mouth out for that F-bomb and then go celebrate Mother's Day and pamper the moms today, right?
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
All right, thanks, buddy. Congrats. So there we go. I knew we'd get one F-bomb out of that at some point. 3-1. Ghaint Gabrus takes it over the Tigers here today, and that will wrap up what has been a wonderful day of JHL ball hockey here on Silent Ice TV. We'll be back for more games during the season. Thank you very much for joining us, and take care. Happy Mother's Day.